Aquarius, welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for sharing your energy with me. Be sure to like and follow on TikTok and YouTube for me so I can grow my collectives. If you are new, I have set the intention for spirit. Whatever comes out is the message you need to hear. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread from the tarot and get you a message, and then I did bring out an oracle deck to get a couple cards from at the end to just kind of get some additional messages or wrap everything up here. So let's see what message we can get for you from spirit. Seven of Swords. I think Gemini had that. Three of Cups. Nine of Cups. The Fool. Five of Swords. Page of Swords. The World. Four of Swords. The Empress. Three of Swords. Underneath we have the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is about balance. It's about being flexible and kind of adapting to change. It's also about like resourcefulness. So it can be like a balance in finances, a balance in resources, but it can also be like a balance in energy. Like, are things balanced? Are you feeling unbalanced? Is the situation balanced here? And then, if you see in the background, we have like the water that goes up and down in the ships. It's kind of like going with the flow and being flexible. So the situation here is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords, it can be sneakiness, lies. It can also be about being strategic, doing things differently, seeing things differently. Again, with the resourcefulness. So I feel like that's like you're needing to be resourceful here. But also this could be about like, somebody lying to you. Because then we have the blockage for this situation is the Three of Cups. So this could have been a third party situation with lies, and you thought this was a wish fulfillment. So the root of this is the Nine of Cups, like wanting a wish fulfillment here. But this could just be you being resourceful, and the blockage here is maybe you're just not balanced in using your resources, and it's causing you to, not be joyful and happy. So the Three of Cups is about joy, happiness. It's about celebrating with like friends. So there could have been like friend group that's blocking you from, strategizing, moving forward. I just feel like the Seven of Swords can be seen so many different ways. Like it could be deceit and lies. So maybe it's different for each of you. Maybe there was some deceit and lies and third party situations. Third parties don't have to be just people. It can be like work. It could be drugs, alcohol, shopping, anything that's standing between you and someone else. But when the Seven of Swords is the actual situation, I feel like that's, just being very sneaky, tricking you. Like, yeah, there could have been like some just lies and sneaking around, and you thought this was your happiness. You thought this was your Nine of Cups, but this was not balanced. I feel like you were giving and they weren't. But in the recent past, we have the Fool. So I feel like you took a leap of faith towards a new beginning here. Maybe you realized that this wasn't your wish fulfillment, and maybe you decided to step out and go off on your own. But there is some mental confliction here. So your higher self or your subconscious, sorry, I can never get these cards off this table. There is mental conflict here. We have the Five of Swords, which is, it's about like conflict, but it's, I think, an internal conflict. So the swords are air, and that's your thoughts. And I feel like you were very mentally conflicted here about, should I stay? Should I go? Again, with the balance. Maybe that's the back and forth. Like you weren't sure that you should have taken this leap of faith. You weren't sure that you should have taken a new beginning and gone off on your own. But, in the near future, we have the Page of Swords, which is about information. It can be like receiving information, getting ideas. It's also about like a unique perspective. Maybe you're embracing in this new beginning, and you're seeing things from your own unique perspective, whether that's because you've received information and that's information from outside sources, or maybe it's just messages from spirit. But I feel like you're going to embrace that here in the near future. And your advice from spirit here is the World card. This is about ending cycles. It is about change, completion. It's also about like feeling fulfilled. So maybe this is spirit telling you to realize your victories here. Realize, like, look at all that you have accomplished and all that you have completed, and kind of sit in that, sense of fulfillment there, because things have completed. Like, this cycle has ended. Maybe again you thought that this was your wish fulfillment and it just was not. So again, taking that leap of faith and starting new. And you go from the World card, which is the last card in the major arcana, to the Fool. So it's like everything has come full circle. You've ended cycles and now you're stepping into a new one, which is really good energy. And it's really good for this year because, one, it's the start of the new year. It's January, but it's also a 1 year. So that kind of coincides with that. So in your immediate environment, the influence here is the Four of Swords. This is about rest, meditation, relaxation. I feel like maybe this is you kind of needing a break here. You kind of need to rest and relax and focus on yourself, focus on your healing, recovery. When you go step into a new cycle and you kind of release something, that can be really hard on your body. So I feel like this is just you needing to kind of self-protect here. And maybe that's why you've stepped out on your own. You just realize that you need to self-protect here and kind of go within. And it could be also about solitude. It's kind of like the Hermit card, where it's about going within and that solitude energy. Your hopes and fears, we have the Empress. So you're wanting to birth new things here, and you're wanting abundance, you're wanting growth. I feel like this is just you wanting this Empress energy, and I love that for you. And I feel like that's what you're calling in for yourself, stepping out onto your own. And the overall outcome, we have the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords, it is heartbreak, it is loss, but it's also about healing. And with you recognizing this, you've got healing here in the Four of Swords, and then this is your overall outcome. I feel like you're healing your heart here after this situation. And I feel like you stepping out onto your own, recognizing your own worth, and sitting in that Empress energy, it's going to help you heal from whatever this past situation was. So I really love that. I love that you've taken the initiative and you've gone out on your own. You've taken this leap of faith. You've got this new beginning. You're breaking free from whatever this situation was. That's really amazing. And it's not easy to do, especially when it's something that you really wanted, because this was a wish fulfillment for you, or you thought it was. But things just were not balanced here. So you will be coming back into balance, and you will be healing your heart. So what do they not see coming here, Spirit? What does Aquarius not see coming? Awesome. Yeah, they're coming back into balance, and then there's the Justice card. So yeah, I feel like this is just trust your intuition. You've got the High Priestess here, which is trusting your intuition, your inner knowledge, and you made the right decision. And like, you're laying down these burdens. You're trusting your intuition in laying down these burdens, and you're balancing out here. So this is Libra energy. So you could have Libra in your chart. You could be dealing with a Libra. But it's also air sign, which is, your air sign. But this is just like, and it's also like karma coming in here. So I feel like this is your good karma coming after you have trusted your intuition, your inner knowing, and you've put down these burdens, and that opens you up for your karma, your good karma. And it's things balancing out, equality here. That's really good energy. So just trust your intuition, trust that inner knowing. You did the right thing here. You could be questioning, again, with that back and forth and that internal conflict here in the Five of Swords. You're thinking, oh my gosh, did I make the right decision? Was that the right choice? And it was. Trust that intuition. And what do they need to focus on, Spirit? Again, with balance. Yeah. So we got the Two of Cups, the Death card, and the Page of Pentacles. And I feel like this is you putting an ending to this partnership, whatever this was. This could have been, this doesn't even have to be a love relationship. It could have been like a business partner or any type of partnership that you had in your life. This could be a family member. Maybe you realized, that they were lying to you, and it just kind of, it took you out of this wish fulfillment, this blessings in your life. This could be a friend group that you thought was, your best friends, whatever it is for you. It'll be different for each of you, but whatever this partnership was for you, that's coming to an end. And then you have this Page of Pentacles, which is like this, pages are new energy. So it's like a fresh start, this fresh, new, stable beginning. You could be starting off on a new job, a new love interest, but it's just that page of the pages are new, and it could be like just some kind of new opportunity, especially with the Fool, the new beginning, whatever this new beginning is that you're interested in going after. And that could be your stability, that could be your love life, it could be your job. Again, it's going to resonate differently for each of you, because it's whatever you're calling in for yourself. But it's definitely you going off on your own and putting an end to whatever this partnership was, and realizing that needed to come to an end for you to take new opportunities, be open to new opportunities. And I feel like you are. With that Fool, you're definitely open to new beginnings. But it's hard when you're feeling mentally conflicted. I feel like that's just your confirmation from Spirit to trust your intuition and move forward and put an end to whatever that union, that partnership was. So we have Clean It Up and Fork in the Road. Read these to you. Clean It Up is number 21, so that could resonate for you. Clean it up. Getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. Ever feel so bogged down with emotion gunk that you can't think straight? Could have surrendered by physical clutter in your home also? Too much work, overwhelmed, time to clean house. Every time out of place natters away at you. I don't know what natters means, sorry. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. I love that. So maybe this, putting an end, this relationships, this union, this could just be mentally. Maybe you have physically moved on. You've taken this new beginning, this leap of faith, but this is you mentally releasing this and ending this relationship, this union. Because again, we had the Five of Swords, which is like your thoughts. So this could just be you finally mentally letting this go and being open to new opportunities. It doesn't even have to be like physically, because you've already taken this leap of faith into a new beginning. That could have been the physical aspect, and now you're mentally releasing it. You're mentally releasing those burdens, because we had the 10 of Wands as well. So, and that's part of healing. When you can mentally, that 3 of Swords is again swords. So maybe you're just mentally finally healing and releasing this situation, whatever it was. 21. Okay, that was Clean It Up. And then we have Fork in the Road, which is number 13. Because you can physically move out of a situation and then you're still mentally stuck there. And it's still affecting you. So that's part of laying down the burdens. Yes, you've physically moved out of it. Now, we just expect everything to be okay, but mentally you're still kind of there. There's still those thoughts, did I make the right decision? Is this the right way to go? And then once you drop that burden mentally, you can finally heal and move on. Healing there's so many steps to healing and moving on from situations and laying down burdens. It's not just physically moving. It's mentally, emotionally, spiritually as well. And I feel like that's what you're doing. So we have Fork in the Road, number 13. Time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. Every choice has a consequence. You've arrived at a fork in the road and you're being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or by choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one well worn by others who have come before you? This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroads. Take heart, as no matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. Yeah. So, you've got the twos here about decisions, balance. So I feel like you're definitely taking this new beginning and realizing that closing out cycles and laying down burdens is very important. And that's going to help you heal your heart. So that's very good energy, though. I mean, moving into realizing that you need to heal from something and moving into a new beginning. Taking a leap of faith is never easy, but it's definitely worth it. So I love this for you, Aquarius. I hope this could help and bring you some clarity. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.